I need this vote of confidence from you.
You got that, Rick, when I appointed you CEO.
Yeah, second choice. But that's okay. Now you need to protect my position. You're not going to be here to keep Ridge in line. And you know him. He'll take advantage of your absence to undermine me.
I'm at a loss here, Rick. We've never been a dictatorship. Why this pressing need for absolute control now?
Because I can see it. I can feel it. Ridge is going to influence you from a distance. He'll find fault in everything that I do. He'll exaggerate a little here, a little there, until finally you start to question my ability. It's happened in the past, it'll happen again. Perhaps you're susceptible to Ridge.
I don't believe that.
I do. It's been a fact of my life, living in Ridge's shadow, always coming up short. Look, Dad, I need you to trust me. I have big plans for this company, but I need the ability to implement them freely. My track record is impeccable. Caroline and I are functioning as a team, just like you wanted. The only thing missing is autonomy, Dad. And you're the only one that can give that to me. So for me, sign the papers.
Why are you always here?
Let's see. I work here?
Shouldn't you be out in the world, getting a life?
My life is fine as is.
Is it? You don't feel rejected or humiliated?
Because Rick broke up with me.
No. You were so sure that the two of you were going to be this couple for the ages, that you'd be queen of all of us. Turns out, not so much. All of your schemes blew up in your face, and now you're just this sad cliche. The gold digger who was left by the husband for the wife.
This is hard for some women to understand, but I am not the sum part of whatever man I'm with. I have an insatiable thirst, and I keep my eye on the bigger prize. Like, I'm permanent here now at Forrester Creations. Why wouldn't I settle in and enjoy the ride, even if I take it alone?
Yeah, I don't know how permanent you are. The only reason you're here is because Eric saved you. You're only here by the skin of your teeth. If Eric hadn't stepped in, Rick would have fired you. Next time, you might not be so lucky.
I'll take my chances.
Working on the new line?
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I just needed a change of scenery.
You got 2 pairs of eyes on it, right?
And I'm grateful for that.
I'm still surprised that Rick agreed to you and Caroline teaming up again.
That was impressive. It's a good business decision.
So is you guys still making magic?
The collaboration's working, if that's what I mean. Nothing's changed there. You know?
Well, that's the only thing that hasn't changed, right? I mean, since you guys started working together, she broke up and got back with Rick, and you lost Katie. It's a costly partnership, huh?
In some ways, yeah.
So worth it?
Yes.
So you ended up sleeping here last night?
I did.
That'll get old fast.
I don't know. There's something about it, symbolism, you know, like this struggling artist in this garret creating work. I don't know.
Still has to be strange, though, right? I mean, after living with Katie and Will this whole time.
I wasn't planning on this. Katie and I were on a fast track to getting married. Next thing I know, I'm sitting here with you. Not sure what happened. I thought we were working it out. But I guess I wasn't paying attention.
You've been distracted.
I distracted myself right out of a beautiful relationship.
That means that Rich Forrester is back on the loose. These ladies, they better watch
It's
out.
not gonna be like that.
Right, because you're pining for Katie. Or is it Caroline?
It must really bug you that Eric saved my job.
It would have been nice to never see you again.
Oh, I wouldn't have minded that either. But it looks like we're stuck with each other. Unless you go back to New York.
Like I would ever make it that easy for you.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But you see what I mean? We're cosmically connected, you and me. Whether we like it or not. Because I'm not going anywhere either.
You know what? Why don't we just stay out of each other's way?
Is that even possible? This world we inhabit is very small.
Not really. I'm Rick's wife and you're a Forrester employee. We're miles apart.
True. You are definitely the woman Rick sleeps with. Not that you deserve him, after the way you shattered his trust.
You know what? That is none of your business.
Rick confided in me, and it was my experience too.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little moment, because even though it hurt my husband, he's forgiven me. So you can take your insatiable thirst somewhere else.
Don't worry. My glass is half full, and the water is rising every minute.
The only way I see it to move forward is to sign these papers.
I don't believe that, son.
Well, then you're not remembering our history. Let's just consider that for a moment. You appointed Ridge CEO. He tried to throw you out of your own company. He pushed Thorne out of his rightful position. Exiled him to the basement. I will not be Thorne.
That's not gonna happen to you.
Well, who's gonna stop it? You're not going to be here. You're just gonna get progress reports from Carter and Ridge, best buds who have each other's backs. Eventually, Ridge will convince you that left is right, and he'll have my job. Dad, I can't do my best work always looking over my shoulder for Ridge, and I don't think you should ask me to do that either. You say that you believe in me.
I do.
Then put it in writing. Like any other business deal.
You're such a vulture. You orchestrated Rick's pain. And then you took advantage of it. You didn't even wait a day.
Orchestrated? No, that was you. I may have been there for Rick when he needed me, but he wouldn't have needed me if you weren't lip-locking old Ridge every chance he got. But bygones, right? Rick and I are over. You got your husband. On to a bright new future full of possibility and surprises. How's that new line going?
Fine.
Must be like deja vu, huh? Ridge and you behind closed doors, furiously collaborating, fighting your wild, crazy attraction. That's over. Oh, Caroline, just stop pretending and be with Ridge. You know it's what you want.
Where did that come from?
I'm just keeping it real. Try it sometime.
Maybe I should cancel my trip. Stick around for a while. Make sure that the transition goes smoothly.
Oh, Dad, you can't do that. You made commitments. And then think about all the young designers who would be disappointed. So, about the papers.
I'll think about it. I'll tell you what I won't do. Just sign over this company to anyone in perpetuity. The most I would do is 1 year, and that would be non-negotiable.
I can work with it.
You know, what you're asking is unprecedented. Irrevocable control? Now, look, I have complete faith in you and your leadership and in Caroline's talent, what you two bring to the table. But I have to tell
Then
you...
you should have no problem trusting me. Dad, I need this.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, thanks for coming so quickly. Did I pull you away from anything?
No, I'm always on the clock. What can I do?
Carter, do you think that... do you think perception is truth?
To the perceiver, yeah. I mean, they're truth anyway.
Rick's perception is that he's second to Ridge and always has been in my eyes.
Yours?
If it's true, it's not on purpose. It's not something I do consciously. Anyway, that's what these papers are about. Rick had them drawn up. Wants me to sign them.
Hi, honey. You're home. With good news, I hope?
Getting there.
Eric didn't sign.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's about to sign real soon.
Okay, well, that is good news.
But there is one glitch. If he signs, it's only gonna be for a year.
That's a lot less than forever.
Yeah, and I know my dad, he's not gonna budge on this. We'll have to learn to live with that. But don't worry, a year is plenty of time to show him what amazing CEO I'll be. We'll be growing the profits, we'll be expanding globally, and in time, they'll accept us as a couple.
I'd feel a lot better about this if you'd kiss me.
You see, there you go again, driving all the hard bargains.
Good start, but you want to finish it in the tub?
You read my mind.
So you still at it?
Yeah, trying to finish so I can go home and not have work on the brain. Concentrate on my husband.
That sounds great. Hey, I like that.
Thanks.
Do you think maybe if you just drop this down?
You know what, we shouldn't do that.
I never meant to hurt you.
I know.
And I didn't mean to jeopardize what you have for your husband. I'm glad you guys worked it out. You did work it out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. What does that mean?
I told Rick that I want to have a baby.
Well, that's good. Like I told you, I think you make a great mom.
You think so?
I do.
Only thing is, to get pregnant, certain things have to happen.
Oh.
Irrevocable control?
That would change. If I were to sign this, it would be for only 1 year.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better, but I don't get it. Why is Rick pushing this?
What he's asking for is not that outlandish, you know? He wants complete control of how to run the company.
But you're giving up your right to removal. That means Rick can do whatever he wants. He can run the company into the ground on purpose if he feels like it.
No.
I'm not saying that he will.
I understand. But look, after everything Rick has been through, recommitting himself to the company and to Caroline, maybe giving him control of the company for a year is warranted. God knows he's worked hard enough for it.
My beautiful man. And soon everybody's gonna know it.
I can't wait to see their faces.
How did you leave it exactly?
With my dad? He's gonna look it over. He's gonna think about it.
That doesn't sound definitive.
Dad's a businessman. He never signs off on any contract right away, especially one that strips him of control. But don't worry. He'll come around.
Well, if you're sure, I'm sure.
And are you ready for what comes next?
Beyond.
You get to come out as a couple.
Such a formidable couple.
Yes. No one can touch me as CEO. And we'll get what you want. Everything.
I love the sound of that.
So you and Rick, this whole time, you haven't been, intimate?
I probably shouldn't be telling you this because it's so personal, but you know how Rick acts at the office, all lovey-dovey and touchy-feely? I'm starting to feel like it's just an act. Because when we get home, all he says is that he's too tired and that he's so exhausted. You know, he's still struggling, and I try to reach him, but that was never a problem for us before.
Well, I'm sorry you have to go through that.
I feel awful, you know, because what happened between us hurt Rick on so many different levels, and now it's just like he's gone from me. I just want to hold my husband again.